Hey everyone, this is Julie and welcome to another SOFHAB on Netflix. Today Rascal is joining me to talk about one of our new favorite sitcom series, Kim's Convenience.
Hey there guys!
Now in this show, the Kim family runs a convenience store which may seem mundane but with a very fun cast of characters from both the family and friends. Every episode delivers clever jokes and laughs. We think so. We love it.
Yes! And before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell to get updates on SOFHAB reviews on Netflix.
Yes, thank you very much, Rascal. We absolutely love this series. We ended up finding it because we were just doing a search, looking for things we hadn't seen. For some reason, Netflix wasn't advertising this. It wasn't coming up in recommendations, and it wasn't coming up in like what was trending on Netflix. And when we did a search, Kim's Convenience popped up. And I said, that looks like it might be fun. You want to try it?
Yeah, it's like, okay. It looked a little familiar, like we had seen it come up on TV or something.
But it hadn't, because this is actually a Canadian series. And Netflix got rights to air it so it could be seen worldwide.
The first 4 seasons.
Right.
And it was actually ended up being hilarious from the very first episode.
The very first few minutes, we were hooked. You know how of each episode there's like a preview and then they have the intro. And from the preview, what happens, that hooked me. That was it. Just from that point on, it was hilarious. And the Kim family consists of Mr. Kim and Mrs. Kim, Appa and Uma, and then their children Janet and Chung. And what's really great about this series is it's like a family that you would meet every day. It's a convenience store you could go to and shop that would be in your neighborhood. And when you watch this series, it's like you're watching people that you really know, and you grow to love this family, and you love the customers that come in and their friends like Pastor Nina and Chung's best friend and roommate Kimchi, and the people they work with at the handy rental car place.
Yes.
But it's like you know these people and you just grow to love this show immediately.
Right. And they pack so much humor into every episode, and it never goes as you expect it. They don't fall into really any tropes
or routines.
Right. It feels like something really fresh and new, and it never goes the way you expect it. And you can tell, like, when it gets to, like, slightly in the series, there's a slight difference in the writing, but for the most part, it still stays a comedy. It still stays fun, and I guess they just add a few updates to it as it goes on. But it's surprisingly not any references to movies or other shows or stuff or any type of pop culture until way later, which was pretty interesting. So you know you're only focused on this universe and these people, this show, and not other things around it.
And of course, an array of topics are covered just like in real life. But the great thing about this show is that the way it's rated, it's still wholesome. No matter what they talk about, including sex, it still ends up being wholesome, and you don't see anything that you wouldn't want any member of the family to see. This show actually could be watched by just about the entire family.
Right.
And again, it is so much fun. And they do have some serious topics, but somehow, even with some of the serious topics, it ends up being entertaining. And each show has a lesson that some member of the family learns.
Right.
And they learn how to get along better, or they learn more about each other.
Right.
Janet is in college, the daughter, and Chung, the son, has been gone for 13 years.
I think so.
Yeah, he moved out 13 years ago after something happened. We won't spoil everything for you. Watch more. And you see Janet decide that she wants to move out on her own and gets a roommate, and then she ends up with roommates. And again, you get to meet Pastor Nina, and you see all these different things that go on. I don't think the majority of the show takes place in the convenience store.
Right.
They do go to upstairs to Appa and Uma's apartment above the store, or home above the store, I should say. Sometimes you see them at the church. Sometimes you see them at Janet's apartment. Sometimes you see them at Chung and Kimchi's apartment, at the handy dealership.
Yes. So there's plenty of sets for
And
them to go
sometimes they
to.
even go outside.
Right. So they're not doing like one set or
Right.
2 sets and that's the whole show. They're actually going from different places and there's all these different locations. They go to restaurants or hotels or something and it's always something different. Even got hospitals in there.
Now, 2 great things about this show. One, this is one of the shows that actually has received 100% rating from Rotten Tomatoes, and we know how rarely that happens. Secondly, it has been nominated for and won numerous awards, Canadian Broadcasting Awards and television awards, not only as for behind the scenes, for writing, but also for actors on the show.
Right.
And once you see it, you'll understand why it has garnered this much praise. Now, of course, as with every show, movie, and thing that happens, there are people that don't care for it. And you've read that some people think it's not funny it's not funny enough. I don't understand how they're seeing that, because this show is hilarious every single episode. There hasn't been one bad episode in this series.
Right.
And there are right now available 4 seasons out of 5. They just wrapped up the final season actually on April 13th, which is after when this review is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
And each season has 13 episodes.
Right. And as he said, there's only 13 for each one, but it doesn't feel like you're getting cheated at anything. It feels like it's just something really fun. There's no big, giant arc going on for every season. You have some development, some things going on with the characters that last for a few episodes, but that's it. There's not really a big story with it. It's just something really fun to watch. And you can watch them almost like out of order. There are some things you might not be familiar with in terms of relationships and stuff.
Right.
But aside from that, you really could watch it at random.
Yes.
And not even from the beginning. You watch any random, like season 1 or the final season, and you would still be laughing without having to miss much.
Right.
You just be wondering, oh, how did this happen? Or you miss maybe 1 or 2 minor details. It can be watched in order or at random, and you will still enjoy it.
And what I also love is you learn so much about Korean culture. And again, you learn that family is family, regardless of whom it's comprised of and how many people are in it. This is just showing you that, you know, family love, and it's great, and that within each family, you know, there's issues and things that happen. But what I do love the most about this series is that regardless of everything that's going on, you know that this family, all of them love each other.
Yeah.
And this, no matter what happens, no matter what challenges they may come up against, you know this, and it makes it such a joy to watch because that love is there.
Right.
Now, if you have not seen Kim's Convenience, again, it is on Netflix. You'll have to type it in and do a search to bring it up.
Right.
Because it doesn't come up as a recommendation for you to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to love it, and you're going to be so glad that you watched it, and we highly recommend that you see this show. And some exciting news we like to share is the actor that plays Chung, the son, played by Simu, is now the lead character in
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yes, and we were so excited to learn this when we saw the trailer. We had no idea. And then Phoenix put the trailer up to share on Twitter, and we watched it, and I said, that looks like Chung. That looks like Chung.
And
Oh
then-
my gosh, it is Chung. And
Yes.
you're like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm positive. And sure enough, it is Chung from Kim's Convenience. So we're so excited and happy for him to get this major role. He's about to become a household name. If you haven't seen the trailer, go online and type it in and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fantastic trailer from beginning to end. This is one of the newest projects we can say Marvel has gotten right in terms of the trailer looking exciting and dynamic. We have no idea how it's going to stay true to the comic itself, but they've picked an awesome actor. They've done a fantastic job in filming and making it look like it's going to be something we're going to absolutely love. So,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it, give it a watch on Netflix and let us know what you think in the comments below. If you have seen it, let us know who's your favorite character, how long have you been watching it. If you are in Canada and this comes on TV rather on Netflix, and have you seen the final season that's already finished airing?
Right. If so, no spoilers, please.
Yes.
And Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on SOFHAB Reviews Netflix.
As well as my other videos. So, thanks for listening. I am Julie.
And I'm Rascal.
Have a fantastic day.
Bye.